Well, you know Dixie. The minute anybody's in trouble, she's off and running. It took one call from her cousin Lucy in Pigeon Hollow.
I hope it's not serious.
She gets ill for every major holiday. Everybody in the family knows it, but they usually go home anyway.
And Dixie left yesterday?
Yeah, it was all sort of spur of the moment. I'm happy to have some time with Junior.
You know, for a while there, I thought that Dixie had... Oh, never mind.
What? Dixie, what? Where did you think she disappeared to?
Dixie was just acting rather odd the last time I saw her.
When was that?
At the airport. I took Tad to the airport, and Dixie was there, and, Anyway, she told me that she changed her mind about accepting Ted's marriage proposal.
Really?
Yes. She wanted to stop the plane to tell him the good news. I mean, it was so...
Spontaneous.
No, it was more than that, Adam. It was almost like she was verging on panic.
Well, you know Dixie. She hates saying goodbye. Took her half an hour to drop Junior off here. Don't worry about her.
It's the second time someone said that to me today.
The last time I saw Dixie, she was fine. She was perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, she was a little saner than usual.
Well, was she acting like a woman in love? Because she certainly wasn't when I saw her.
Well, you can't expect Dixie to share the pitter-patters of her heart with me.
Adam, I went to the hospital. They also said that she had taken off without any notice.
That didn't mean anything.
Well, to me, it meant that she jumped the next plane to follow Tad and Ted to Canada.
She did.
I care more about Dixie than I've ever cared about anybody before. And I'm not about to lose her. You don't have a choice. I told you once. I'll tell you again. Dixie and I are getting married. Ted, I'm sorry, but that's just not gonna happen. Yes, it will. Once you're gone.
You take any pretendo game you want and practice until Brooke and I are finished, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good boy. All right, before you start.
Why did you lie to me?
The boy has a very overactive imagination. If you'd have said Dixie was on the moon, he would have told you the name of the spaceship.
Junior knows exactly where his mother is. Dixie told him.
Dixie is in Pigeon Hollow, West
Adam,
Virginia.
come on. Do you really think you can still lie to me and get away with it?
I can try, can't I?
All right, so Dixie is traipsing around in the Canadian wilderness.
All for Ted Orsini.
Why? She turned him down flat, so now you're telling me all of a sudden she's so madly in love with him that she has to go off to Canada and say yes to his proposal?
Isn't it romantic?
It doesn't make any sense, Adam. Is Dixie that mixed up? Is she clinging to Ted because she can't have Ted?
No, don't start trying to figure out Dixie. You'll go crazy yourself.
Well, it's too late for that.
Just go home. Relax. Take yourself one of those bubble baths you're so fond of. Play with your son. Take care of yourself.
You feel sorry for me. Why?
And you quit jumping to conclusions again.
What could Dixie have said to make you feel sorry for me?
You talk about Dixie like she's some sort of a rational woman with all of life's answers. That's...
Dixie was worried because there was something going on, she said. Some sort of problem between Tad and Ted. And as far as I was concerned, as far as what I saw, everything was fine between them. So was Dixie the cause of the problem?
How do I know? Dixie doesn't know what she's doing herself.
Why would Tad and Ted be fighting over Dixie and... I thought I should tell you. Brooke, in spite of the song and dance that you and Edmund handed me before, I found out what I needed to know.
Excuse me?
I know that Dixie's in Canada. And I know why.
What are you saying? Because I slept with Dixie and was nice enough not to rub your face in it that you're going to kill me? Yes. Fine, you got my attention. I didn't bring you here to get your attention. It's too late for that. I brought you here to kill you. Look, Ted, I'm sorry, but my tolerance for sick jokes is kind of limited. That's okay. This won't take very long. You're practically a dead man, Tad. And there's not much you can do about it. I'm serious. I'm not laughing. Neither am I. Come on, Ted. Do you think for 1 second that you're really going to be able to get away with this? I already have. Besides, who's to stop me? Nobody even knows where we are.
Good kitty. Big kitty.
You and Edmund worked very well together. Between the two of you, I felt like I was some sort of raging paranoid.
I'm sorry, but I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it had to be one of two possibilities. Either I was out of my mind or Dixie was out of hers.
Look, Brooke, can we take this up at another time?
You
Because I'm really
seen her
late
at the
for my
airport,
round.
Maria. Dixie was so upset. I thought she was going to run out on the runway. I mean, I knew that she was on a mission. And now I know what the mission was.
Maybe you should take this up with
So
Dixie.
you know very well I can't take it up with her because she's not available, because she went out of town.
Well, this is none of my business.
Well, it must have been very important for her to just drop her child and leave town at a moment's notice.
I'm sure that this is really nothing to worry about.
Well, I am worried. I'm very worried because something very bizarre is going on in Canada, and everybody seems to know about it except me.
But Dixie is just overreacting.
Oh.
She's just overreacting. She's just been really stressed out
I guess
lately.
you and Dixie have discussed all of this,
No,
have you?
no, I didn't know anything about it until Edmund...
Until... What? Did you and Dixie and Edmund have some sort of three-way pact
No.
to keep me in the dark?
No, it wasn't anything like that, Brooke.
Oh, I guess it really is true what they say. The wife is always the last to know, huh? People whisper behind your back.
Nobody was whispering.
Nobody wants to say it to your face.
Nobody knew anything.
Oh, come on, Maria. Aren't you sick and tired of it, covering for Dixie?
Brooke, you've got this all wrong, okay?
True, you're not a friend of mine. You don't really have any obligation to me. You probably don't care whether I know what's going on or not.
Dixie didn't tell me about her affair with Tad. She didn't tell Edmund either. Edmund just found out on his own. He pieced it all together on his own, and he wanted to tell you. He was going to tell you. But we discussed it. We sat down and we talked about it, and we decided that it just wasn't his place. And... Brooke, when did you find out?
Just now.
But I thought you said you knew.
I did know. I knew in here. I just needed someone to say it.
But you said that you knew
I knew
about
that
Canada.
Dixie was in Canada. The rest came from you.
I would never... I can't believe this. I should never have been the one to tell you.
No, you shouldn't have been the one. That was somebody else's job. It just came to you by default, really.
But don't blame Edmund. Because it was me. I was the one who pressured him to stay quiet about this. It's just that I thought that maybe that there was a chance that you might never find out. And these things happen, so, sometimes marriages play these out and marriages survive, and maybe yours will, if that's what you want. Brooke, Edmund just didn't have the right to make that call.
Edmund was trying to get through to me.
Please believe me when I tell you that nobody was gossiping about you or saying anything behind your back, making fun of you or anything like that at all. We were in a terrible bind. Edmund was in a terrible bind. And so was I.
I bit his head off, and all he was trying to do was tell me the truth.
Brooke, wait!
Don't you get it? Are you really that arrogant? So full of yourself you think Dixie's memory? Sooner or later she's gonna want to move on. When she does, I'll be waiting. You can wait till hell freezes over. You won't stand a chance. Gotta hand it to you, you're kind of cocky for a guy that's on his way out. No. I just know my Dixie. And you really believe that when you're gone, she's just gonna pass up on love for good? No. I think that even if she did find somebody else, that it wouldn't be you. She can't get over me with somebody with my face. Why not? Dixie likes his face. With you gone, she'll find out there's even more to like. Oh, come on, Ted. She spent plenty of time with you. She knows you better than you know you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She knows. Dixie already knows. There's no way you could get away with this because she's on to you. She knows what you're doing. What are you talking about? Right before we left, Dixie called me. She was frantic about something. She kept saying, Ted knows, Ted knows. Brooke came in, I had to hang up. I had no clue what she was talking about. Now I do. Somehow she found out that you've gotten wind of our affair. Ted, think about it. She knows your history. She knows you're an expert up here. You go back to Pine Valley and try to tell her a story about how I bought the farm up here in a hunting accident. She's gonna know that you're lying. She'll know that you're a murderer. No way. Dixie thinks I'm a nice person. And she's seen you lose your temper before. She's smarter than that. Look at me. I'm telling you, she'll know that you did me in. What's more, Dixie will try to prove it. Then where do you think you'll be for all your trouble? Huh?